Alrighty, there we go. After that nice little intro again, we are actually in the game. This time it is round 3 of this series, of Woof versus DeathlySilent. It's been a pretty weird game 1 and 2 up until this point. But now we have Woof playing USF from the south side of West Capelle. Was that right?
Well, yeah, as far as my Dutch can tell, West Capelle's right. But,
okay.
yeah.
Firstly, I just want to say pink shadows. This is a thing on this map that I'm quite keen on. Because of the trees. I haven't really seen these trees used before in Company Heroes.
Yeah, I get told off a lot for using them, but
they give nice pink shadows though. It's quite nice. It's quite nice for the Kappa pride of the community to be able to see pink shadows. But let's have a quick look around the map, because I haven't actually looked at this one before, so it's pretty good. We've got some searchlights here, which for some inexplicable reason are on during the daytime. And we've got some nice houses covering all the resource points, strategic cut-offs. There's lots of little green cover areas. Nice building work through here. Quite open. Quite an open side of the map. And in the middle, ooh, look at this negative cover all around this VP. So that's going to be one to hold at the early point of the game. Going to be very, very difficult to recapture that as the game goes on without having pretty good map dominance around that area. So a lot of flanking routes from what I can see. Woof decided to go hard right, a bit like America, and
is that a politics joke?
Typical American fashion, and and take the VP on this side. And this is good. I think DeathlySilent's made the right decision here, actually going for the middle. If he manages to lock that down, take left, gives himself a very good early game.
The trick about this map in particular is that where there aren't buildings, there are trenches. But the difficulty is that trenches only work one way. So
they only work one way?
Well, yeah. If you stand in them, they're no good if you're on the wrong side.
Right.
DeathlySilent can take the middle, but he has to take that wall. The trench on the left-hand side of the VP is worthless to him.
Nice lot of play for MGs here. I think as well though, I do see that there's a building just north right of the middle VP. And where is the counter building that provides MG cover of the... I'm guessing it's this one actually, just on the east.
The one with the bombed out roof?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So both of those provide the kind of MG cover over the VP.
On the other side,
coming around the side here, trying to get the flank on the rifleman. So already noticing how the green cover positions have good flanking routes.
Yeah. And
managing to force a rifleman out. So some good early map play there. Good utilization of the map. Kugel's a little bit static, capping the outside. I was kind of hoping that DeathlySilent would get a really good early game map pull by going for the mid, but he just hasn't been able to do that. Riflemen are going to get green cover on the wall, approaching the VP from the east. It's going to allow them to deal with the squad inside that building pretty well. It only has one window, I think, that they're firing out from. Yeah, one window that they
can't access the second floor, so one window alone.
Look at this, great middle game play as well. Now the riflemen come in, just crossing negative cover. They're going to dissuade Volksgrenadiers from their position of green cover, so good counter flank there. Question is just getting on this VP early. Like, it's going to be so easy for the Volksgrenadiers to take any unit in the negative cover that's going for that VP in the middle. USF Mortar might help to change this a little bit by barraging some of the green cover positions that are covering that area.
Yeah, either that, or trying to barb wire some of the green cover off, but I think that opportunity is gone. You look at this,
really like all these little flanking roofs that are coming here. The Stern Pioneers now getting into a green cover position to take down the riflemen, but look at that suppression fire from the echelons.
Big mistake for them there. If they stayed where they were next to that hedge, the building can't fire on them.
Yeah.
So they could have faced that rifleman squad just one-to-one.
That's a really nice little use of the suppression barrage though. Don't usually see that working from the echelons. Totally honest.
I imagine its success rate is based on range, isn't it? The closer they are, the more effective it is.
I'm not sure, if I'm honest. I've never really used it enough. All I know is every time I use it, it normally ends in a dead squad.
Yeah.
My dead squad.
The enemy is overrunning.
That Volk squad in the middle is going to be in trouble once they get in that trench.
Yeah, but you know, they didn't actually target that squad, which was the unusual thing, but the retreat path's going to be pretty damn appalling.
Yeah. That's a lot of negative cover going from the middle VP back up to HQ as well. That's asking
retreats
for trouble.
really have to be done early on that area of the map. Nice strong push though by Wuff early on, and he is getting a lot of ground, double fuel at this point, so Captain's going to be an absolutely beautiful attacking choice for him. We're probably going to see the Stuart out fairly quickly. But Kubal's trying to get the outsides of the map. I think he'll do a good enough job.
Yeah, there's no one to contest it at the moment.
No, but I mean, 4 riflemen is a difficult one. We haven't got the ambulance yet though, so hopefully like all these health losses on the riflemen should really start adding up. There's a hell of a lot of models dying due to the green cover and everything else, and now we've got the MG in the middle as well, so...
That middle VP was almost costly as well. Like, almost finished their sandbags. Drop models way too fast.
Oh, look at this. The mortar's now raining down on the only green cover position. Volks Grenadiers have to move across negative terrain to get to their next position of green cover. Kubel is also in a bad position. He's trying to push away the echelons. Actually manages
Hey, he
to
retreated them though.
The Americans have
bad.
cut our supply line.
Yeah, I can see straight away this map is all about picking your cover engagements. All about picking your cover. Like whoever chooses the best engagements on this map will probably be the victorious one.
Yeah, absolutely.
And very soon we could be seeing double fuel go to Axis in place of the USF.
Green as green can be. Well, grab your shit and follow me.
Only an MG34 that's set up just north of the central VP, but that will hold the road for good.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of contest from that USF mortar there. Plus with the 4 riflemen, I mean flanking is going to be very go-to tactic for USF to be flanking with 4 riflemen, so
Yeah.
could easily get around all the sight lines that MG has. It's nice to see OKW doing reasonably well, though. He has gone for the Panzer Fusiliers again, which we didn't really see do too well on Schilberg, if I'm honest. I didn't have the G43 upgrade from what I can recall as well.
Yeah, that's the thing that really makes a difference on a map like Schilberg. Need that extra range and extra power.
Oh, there we go. G43s are now up on this one. So we're going to see how they perform up against the Captain. Oh, the grenade goes down straight away. Captain's a little bit focused on the Kubel, which could have cost him the squad if he hadn't gone for the retreat. So it was a sensible one there to actually hit the retreat. Volks Grenadiers on the left VP. They're not quite in cover. Some of the models are actually hanging off behind the green cover, which means they're not benefiting from it. And we'll probably lose that engagement to the riflemen. Mortar's trying to take down the machine gun in the middle VP. Panzer Fusiliers managed to deal with that. It's actually looking pretty good for the sorry,
Yeah.
for the OKW, I have to say.
Not doing too bad at all.
It's going to be a very late retreat for OKW on the left. Manages to hit it. There's no negative cover really across there.
No, they're pretty safe.
We are under fire! Shift your cover! Keep it! Contact! Infantry assaulting!
Oh, let's have a look at this position here. So Stern Pioneers actually going to have to push up because of the health on that rifleman squad. They're forced to retreat immediately. A really nice mid-game play there. The Stuart is now, of course, coming up on the field as well. We have a Raketten in the build, but there's nothing straight away, so the Stuart could have a pretty nice game at the start of this. Battle Group are, of course, pretty much the same build order that we saw in the previous game from Silent.
That Stuart's rocking the 10-year anniversary skin.
Oh yeah. Looks completely different in this ambience than what it did.
It does, yeah. Very different.
Oh no, look at this. Silent is caught laying a mine down there. Negative cover whilst building a mine. He could lose the squad here if those riflemen do get a last shot off.
Even that MG34 isn't going to be able to help. That thing's already engaged. Can't turn around to help out. Doesn't do something soon though, that Stuart's going to have some fun with him.
I don't know where that Raquette is at this point as well. Raquette is coming down to the central side. Oh, it's a lot of models dropped there for Deathly by the USF mortar. I imagine the USF mortar is going to absolutely excel here because, I mean, all the green cover positions, as important as they are, having that USF mortar just constantly hit those positions makes it really, really tough for a KW support play.
Especially in the trenches. Those trenches that are double-sided, and you've got green cover on both sides of you. If a mortar shell lands in the middle of that, it's over. Your models can't space out far enough.
First shot from the Raquette goes in. There's a grenade put down by the Panzer Fusiliers. Riflemen still get in the building, but are forced off by another flanking rifleman squad. Good play by Wolf, and again he's just picking loads of flanking lines at the moment. He's probably going to hop the fence here to get behind the MG. Silent's got a better idea. Oh, look at this, a fuel cache going down for Wolf. So
Nice.
Clearly confident, doesn't need that extra squad. Good positioning by the MG there, is going to get suppression straight away on the rifleman. Stone Pioneers should be able to force the retreat. Question is he going to retarget the rifleman coming in flanking from the other side? Yes, he is. It's very important so that he doesn't get completely flanked. Losing that MG in the middle is going to be a very, very tough game for him.
Those riflemen were very, very lucky.
Yeah, they were lucky to get out of that one. Stuart's coming in. I think the Stuart's actually going to go for the Kubel. Sad, I mean, Silent really hasn't had that many bad engagements. It's really just been like map directions a little bit weird for him. There's no focus whatsoever on territory points and resource points, which means he just gets out-teched like in most of the games that he's played. But I really have seen no commitment to resource points whatsoever. I mean, even now, losing double munitions and double fuel, he's still really sending the majority of his army through the mid.
Yeah.
And it's not favourable for like engagements for him because he's just constantly caught in a negative cover battle and he can't win because of the USF mortar.
Just to prove a point, Wolf's just gone and captured a point which is completely isolated. He hasn't even got the cut-off yet, but nobody's contesting that point.
Oh, but he is actually also going to cut off a an MG walking through negative cover, so that's probably going to be a retreat for DeathlySilent as well. For a unit he really wants. He's going to set it up! That's a huge mistake. That's going to be the death of that squad, surely. She manages to get away with that, very lucky.
Jesus, yeah, that was lucky.
Missed opportunity on the grenade there now. Oh, look at this retreat. Bar Rifleman and the Panzer Fusiliers.
That's not going to end well.
I'm surprised he's going to get away with that.
Yeah.
I had a really weird thing then when I said Panzer Fusiliers. I'm like, are they called Panzer Fusiliers? I had to check. I doubted myself that much. They are Panzer Fusiliers.
Armor here.
Not good though for DeathlySilent. It's a massive turnaround from the last match. It seems like he's lost complete control of the map. Plenty of units coming back onto the field at once though, but whether or not they can retake that middle.
I don't know. They've now lost the green cover positions.
Yeah, those
Stuart's
trenches work
going
both
in.
ways.
Oh, this is a bit risky from the Stuart. Doesn't take the second Raketten shot though, which is very fortunate.
That incendiary grenade inside the trench just ripped that rifleman squad to shreds.
Retreat path for the rifleman. Doesn't quite manage to get the Stern Pioneers far enough to make advantage of that.
There's a major reporting for action.
Oh, and a mine goes off, taking down a couple of models.
Enemy forces now have
I did not even see that go down.
Tough one. Here we go. Finally seeing that Kubel going and recapping some resource points. I don't know if that's going to be enough. still
No,
going
so
to
long
push
as
with
it's,
that 3-man Volksgrenadier squad, even after taking that mine. Low health, negative cover, potential of tripping over another mine at any second.
Looks like he's managed to get his cut-off back though, so Scuba Wagon's actually going to capture some in-territory points. If he didn't have that road back, he'd be doing absolutely nothing. That building with the captain in isn't going to last much longer either.
Another grenade. Kubel is so static, he could be capping fuel, VPs, everything, but he doesn't even have a shift command order. You know, he should be automatically capping.
Yeah, easily.
The retreat. Stern Pioneers, oh my god, what was that shot from Stuart? That was so long! That must have been an overshot. That must have been an overshot.
Yeah.
Raketten's in a dangerous position as well here if the Raketten gets seen, and it's got to go through negative cover with a D setup.
It looks like the riflemen don't care though, they're just building sandbags.
It's a sensible position to put the sandbags there as
Yeah.
well. Really sensible position because you're going to need that green cover in that section of the map. I think Silent's going to be really upset about losing those Stern Pioneers in the way that he did. Really was incredible.
Yeah, it was a bit of a cheap shot, but
I'm seeing a lot of this tier 4 position from Silent that's in an odd place.
there's a bit of a strange one. But then again, that point that it's parked on top of controls one of his cut-offs.
Which
Might be thinking about the long game.
Currently controlling nothing.
Yeah.
To most players it may be effective. Although Silent is actually choosing to go out on that side of the map now, so I don't know. I'm not being too optimistic about this. Nice to see the Major here with the Major here's got a nice little bar upgrade. It's cronies. Oh, look at that, Stuart. Caught a little bit off guard. Will he get the Faust from the Panzer Fusiliers?
Ouch.
He does actually get the Faust, but smoke's going to come in from the Pershing Heavy Cavalry Commander. That should defend it a little bit. I don't really know what it had to be scared of there, to be honest.
No. Just snare after snare.
Panzer Fusiliers assigned to the front.
More Panzer Fusiliers hit the field as well.
Hmm.
We are at 200 points.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, DeathlySilent is now just trying different parts of the map. It's really all that's happening. He hasn't really won the mid. He's now decided to go to the right, but look how deep Wuff is pushing. Actually, tier 4 got what I thought was a little bit of suppressive fire there on the rifleman, so maybe it is going to help him out there a little bit, but it just wasn't far enough forward.
No.
Wuff can actually still come in and just reclaim all the territory that was just worked for them.
I mean, he's still got 4 rifleman squads at pretty much good health. 3 of them have got full models, and the veterancy's going up. He can't control the map with that many units against him.
I mean, really, his fuel is on the left-hand side of the map. He should be focusing there. It's got a nice little bit of green cover and a bunker there, open, open ground where really it's going to be difficult for USF to flank. Like where they've had loads of success in this game is because of all the sight blockers from buildings and stuff in the middle and the right. It's really the worst place, I think, on this map. I think you could engage USF. Axis along, they're long-range favoured. They're a long-range favoured faction. The majority of their units do lean that way, so you can always benefit from open ground.
Yeah. Alright, Sherman's in combat. They should shake things up a bit. Those sandbags get crushed immediately.
About to get messy.
Oh! Those Fusiliers need to be careful on negative cover.
Not sure what the mage is doing. Get a little stuck.
I can
Carry on.
Is he really stuck between them?
I don't know.
No,
He's actually
surely
stuck.
not.
No, it'd be very difficult to be stuck there. I think you just run away. If he is stuck, I hope he gets out of it.
I see the Sherman's HG rounds getting a hell of a lot of use now.
Don't really know where Silent's going for here. He's just spent his fuel on something. It's going to be the Panzer IV. And maybe he's desperate to get on the field. Panther may have been better. Don't know. Panther's probably going to be better, to be honest. If you're coming up against bazookas and tanks, and you've already got a hefty infantry force, so it probably would have been the Panther, to be honest. But Panzer IV is just going to get destroyed by bazookas. We've already seen it happen once today. Look at this, the MG in the green cover here. He sets it up in what he thinks is green cover, but it just doesn't benefit because he's so far away from the actual wall facing his opponent.
You're falling to 100 points. Targeteers have arrived on the front. Panzer IV, ready for action.
Alright, here we go. This Panzer IV needs to win the day. It's got armor skirts, which is great. Will it be enough? Fusiliers nearly die. Now the riflemen have to retreat. Tier 4 didn't get the last finishing shot off. So brutal though for OKW, like he's just losing out constantly in negative cover. The squads are just melting away slowly.
Yeah, they
this is
are.
Panzer IV, I think, going to chase down the Sherman.
Easily could do, but
He's trying to get the VPs at the moment. Incendiary goes in on the green cover on the VP in the middle. Panzer IV is going to try and clear this squad out of its cover position on the trench.
he might get a lucky shot with them like clumped up together as well.
So difficult. No indirect fire. The MG here has gone for the fuel cap. He really needs to rush the VPs. There we go. He is actually quickly changing direction. Good map pushing right now is absolutely essential. Another incendiary goes off. Oh, that's a nice wipe of the rifleman in the middle. Very, very nice indeed. But he needs to cap those VPs. He's actually retreated from the left VP with the machine gun.
Why? There was nothing there.
I don't know. Maybe he just wasn't confident in holding it. Maybe he just wanted to make sure he kept that MG. I mean, a single Sherman, if the Sherman came round, it's very likely he could have wiped that. Got to be so careful right now in this game.
Looks like the Kugel's just opened up the east side as well, so now that's capping the VP. And all of Wolf's armor coming to the spawn.
Gone for the Faust. No, he didn't manage to get the Faust off there.
No.
He looked like he went for it a little bit. Panzer IV's doing actually a little bit better than I expected with the support of the Raketen.
Yeah, looks like.
Oh, I think a squad went down low VP.
Yeah, it definitely did.
So is this a map that was solely made by yourself?
No, this one was actually it was partially designed by Matt, Relic's old map maker.
Oh, okay.
We worked on it together about a year ago, and I think I spent about 3-4 months finishing it off. I'm still not happy with the finished product, but
What's wrong with it?
I don't know. You always get a feel for a good map, and this is one that I've never really liked. I've actually changed its appearance several times.
Right.
I'm still not happy with it.
Oh, it's quite fun. It's quite a fun map, to be honest.
If it gets liked by players, that's great. But as far as appearances go, I'm not a fan.
It's definitely no Schilberg outskirts.
That is a pretty good.
Then again, the bar has been set very high. Stewart goes down there. There's only 20 VPs left. Wolf knows that all he has to do is just put the pressure on, and prevent his opponent from getting one of these VPs, and he will win. He's pretty much throwing everything he has, but I think he's okay with that at this point.
Yeah.
Tries to make a flank on the Sherman, but it doesn't work. In fact, the Panzer IV is going to return the favor now. Counter-attack is on, doesn't penetrate front armor. Oh, but the Sherman gets a little bit of a penetration. Now it's a dangerous engagement for that Panzer IV. Actually gets... How did that happen? How did that shot happen? I thought there was a sight blocker there. Panzer IV is victorious. And now the race is on for DeathlySilent to get this VP on the right-hand side. He has to be so quick. Pershing's just got repaired. Pershing should be able to clear that right VP.
All hope is lost.
This is such a
Oh.
close finisher again.
We lost a
God, did you just see that mortar shot?
Yeah. Exactly what I said before, though. You get a mortar shell in between the trenches, and it's over.
Americans are making a
It might be
nice.
green cover on both sides, but
You see, actually, with the attack ground, sorry, the ground attack that the Panzer IV apparently did through that hedgerow, I just haven't seen DeathlySilent playing that well to be doing that kind of thing.
yeah.
I'm very doubtful if that was what that was, but hey, if he did it, then fair play and good job.
Yeah, it was a good shot.
But there we go. So this series goes to Wuff. It's deserved. I've definitely seen better play from Wuff, if I'm honest, but he has held his own quite well.
Yeah, and there's still time yet.
The question is, will Axis win a game today? It's the question we all want an answer to.
Oh dear, we definitely don't want to see a match on Austerbeck then. Austerbeck's
Sorry.
very close quarters.
I'm quite ill, by the way, if you didn't realise. Ugh.